America, the land of opportunities and also lots and lots of money. So to complement this immense wealth, there are several ultra-luxurious properties and mansions in the country. These houses are equipped with all the amenities you can think about. In this video, we'll have a peek inside these big mansions and see what they're all about. So, without further delay, let's begin. 5. Winterthur. Let's start with the 96,582 square foot estate of Winterthur, located in northwestern Delaware with an area of 979 acres. This huge property was the home of Henry Francis DuPont, a famous horticulturist and art collector. He gained control of the property when his father was elected as a Congress member in 1902. The estate was converted into a museum in 1951 and today has rooms and rooms filled with 2 centuries worth of American decorative arts. There are also some notably important pieces of American furniture and fine art. The estate is home to thousands of books placed inside the library with hundreds of thousands of manuscripts and images. There are about 90,000 objects on display here, which truly keeps this estate's spirit alive. 3 episodes of the famous Antiques Roadshow were also filmed here in 2019. Since the owner Henry Francis DuPont was a horticulturist and had a gorgeous and huge garden at his disposal, he didn't leave any stone unturned in making the garden a sight to admire. He had at least 12 temperature-controlled greenhouses, a 23-acre orchard, a 5.5-acre vegetable garden, and a 4-acre cutting garden. Other structures on the property include a butcher shop, 6 garden follies, a tannery, and even a place where he raised award-winning Holstein cattle. The enormity of the gardens and estate on the property even allowed paid internships for trainee horticulturists in 1991. 4. Arden House. Number 4 on the list is the historic estate in New York called Arden House. It's a 97,188 square foot house that's the epitome of class and luxury and impressively displays wealth. It was owned by Edward Henry Harriman, who was a railroad magnate in the 1800s. The family grew their ownership and, by the 1900s, owned 40,000 acres of land here, half of which was the Arden Estate. Harriman bought the land in 1886 and in 1905 started constructing the beautiful house that is the center of attention on the estate. Unfortunately, life didn't give him enough time to enjoy living here, and in 1909 he passed away. Then, the property came under the ownership of the nonprofit Research Center on Natural Conservation. Inside, there are 97 guest rooms, each unique and filled with high-class furniture and artwork. The big French windows allow all the natural light to pass into the rooms, illuminating the beautiful belongings. This marvelous property served as a convalescent hospital for the Navy during World War II and became a National Historic Landmark in 1966. There are fine artworks scattered across the main building: portraits, fountains, marble fireplaces, tapestries, carvings, and splendid staircases. Everything makes you stop and wonder about the beauty before you. 3. The One. Next up is the most modern one on the list. It was built by Niall Niami, and it took him nearly 10 years to complete the house in 2021. He called it The One. This is a very fitting name because when you step into this home, it is evident from the class it shows. This ultra-modern home is 105,000 square feet in size and is very minimalist in design, giving it a clean look. Each room is a marvel of architecture and is designed with a neutral palette in mind. This house appears to float above the city of Los Angeles, providing gorgeous views. The house boasts 360-degree panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean, 5 pools, and every amenity that you can possibly think of. There is an enormous sky deck, and views from here are truly remarkable. It's a 10,000 square foot space just by the way. There are 21 bedrooms, 49 bathrooms, a salon and spa, an indoor running track, a movie theater, and whatnot. This house is one of a kind. The property was sold at a whopping price of $126 million in March this year to Richard Sagian, the CEO of Fashion Nova. 2. Oheka Castle. Just add some 4,000 square feet of space to the previous house on our list, and you have the enormous 109,000 square foot Oheka Castle. This place is truly a royalty-worthy home. This castle, which serves as a hotel, was once the home of the German-born American investment banker and philanthropist Otto Harriman Kahn. The name of the property is also the first two letters of each component of his name. This property is the largest private-owned home in New York and is located in Huntington, New York. It was built between 1914 to 1919 and features a total of 127 rooms that display grandeur and luxury in full bloom. Oheka Castle is one of the first fireproof buildings ever made, because Kahn was determined to make it so. He had previously lost his country home to a fire and thus made sure nothing ever happened to Oheka Castle. That's why he designed it with steel and concrete. In 1984, the castle was bought by Gary Melius, who poured his heart and soul into restoring this property to its original state. This restoration process went on to become the biggest one ever done in America. Currently, you can even stay at the hotel and take a gulp of luxury yourself. It's also a popular wedding venue, and many couples are drawn to bringing the beauty of this estate to their big days. Oheka Castle has also played host to many events, photo shoots, television shows, and films. 1. Biltmore Estate. Behold! This is the biggest mansion in the United States with an area of 178,926 square feet. It's called Biltmore Estate, and it's not only a historic house, but also a tourist attraction. Of course, who wouldn't want to visit such a magnificent and huge place? Biltmore House is present in Asheville, North Carolina, and is a chateau-esque style mansion that was constructed between 1889 and 1895. The owners of this magnificent property are the descendants of the Vanderbilt family, which gained importance due to the shipping in railroad empires and were once the wealthiest family. Biltmore is the largest mansion ever built as a residence in America. This fact increases the hype of it. The construction of the giant house started in 1889, and when you're building an estate of this size, you gotta have a lot of workers and materials. So, to fulfill the construction requirements, a dedicated woodworking factory and brick kiln were built on site. There was even a 3-mile road that was used to bring in the supplies for building. To let you imagine the scale of work that was being done here, let us tell you that about 1,000 workers and 60 stonemasons worked hard to bring this masterpiece of a mansion to life. In today's value, it cost about $159 million to build the estate. Vanderbilt traveled across many countries to collect expensive and fine furniture for his home, including tapestries, carpets, linens, prints, and other decorative items that increased the house's beauty. There are 252 rooms in the house, with 35 lavish bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, 65 fireplaces, and 3 well-equipped kitchens, and there's no need to be tired of having to walk around the house because there is an Otis elevator to use. Biltmore Estate started to operate as a historic house museum in 1956 when it ceased to be a family home. Since a house with so many priceless possessions and jaw-dropping decorations is hard to put a value on, it is still considered worth $157.2 million. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.